Good day and welcome back to Elementary 72 Gaming. Now, I'm here with another weekly update and patch notes. And yes, I'm logging into the game. I'm just waiting a few seconds and we will get straight into it. So, the Sovereign pack has dropped and it's going to be out and we're going to be going through all of this as soon as we possibly can. So, let me get into it and let's start up with that entire list of patch notes. Let's see how they have altered the game and let's see exactly what's going on. Now, I haven't pre-read these. I did have a chance to pre-read it, but I decided I'm gonna read it all in this patch notes and then give my opinion on it afterwards, like I used to originally in the start. Okay, so here we go. Sovereignty features added corporation citadel and corresponding industrial and market options. Players can now anchor corporation citadels in claimable nullsec regions and declare sovereignty. The first version of the Corporation Citadel comes with the following bonuses: reverse engineering success rate plus 5% and material manufacturing efficiency plus 1%. Added the alliance management mechanic, which expands an alliance max limit to 30 corporations. Increase the number of customizable corporation positions to 10. Okay, so those are the basic ones, the ones we knew were definitely coming. New fleet features. Fleets can now have up to 51 members and can have 5 squads and 1 commander. Added fleet commands: fleet focus fire and go as fleet. Added a fleet loot log that can be viewed by anyone. Added an option in personal settings that allow the game to automatically reject all fleet invitations. Added the function to share fleet card to all channels. The commander can synchronize command filter settings to the squad. Okay, new features. An event for new pilots to help catch up to their friends is now available, allowing newer players to gain a lot of skill points for a month of a mega combo. Added star maps for all systems. Statistics including sovereignty info and destroyed ship info added to the star map. Okay, so that is a good way to know where people have been gate camping. Players with criminal timers can no longer dock at Capsulia outposts. HP and DPS cap adjusted for corporation citadels. Some group modules effects only affect squad members now. Mining belts is normal systems will start at 15 minutes despawn timer after the remaining mineral volume drops below 30%. Stacked items can now fit into contracts as long as the total amount can fit. Okay. Adjustments have been made to shuttle capacitors. T8 and above encounters now have one less wave of enemies. No change was made to storyline missions. Rewards for encounters have been slightly reduced to reflect less time spent in combat due to having one less wave of enemies to deal with. Now, that is an unfair patch. Those missions were already worth more than their value. That is really, really uncalled for. Corporation Citadel blueprints are now available for purchase in the market. Orders on the market page can now be stored by distance. Can now be sorted by distance, sorry. New module resource extraction amplifier added to Capsulia outposts. Okay. Inertia stabilizer and micro warp drive modules now have their own unique icons. Okay. The max limit for free training is now displayed in skill page. Post-processing rendering efficiency improved. Added alliance management skills. The CEO of the executor corporation can further increase the maximum number of corporations in alliance by up to an additional 20 from these skills. Added a new icon design for inactive modules. After a corporation recruitment post expires, all players with recruiter permissions will receive a notification. Okay. Optimize the issued description field on the report screen. Sorry about that. Nope, wrong one. Okay, I'm just having a bit of a glitchy feel here. Okay, we went through that. Corporation blueprints, distance, extraction, micro warp drive, retiming, processing, added alliance skills, CEO, execute. Okay, we've done that. Added a new icon design for inactive modules. Added a corporation recruitment post expires. Okay, I did talk about that. Okay. If you are missing corporation permissions, a detailed notification will be sent to you. Now, NPCs will warp back to their original location after they are out of aggro range. Improve the upper left content display corner. Added a second confirmation when choosing to attack Concord. Faction ship debris can no longer be reprocessed in order to prevent accidental reprocessing. Switching screens will not close the fitting interface. Okay. If an anomaly is currently being removed, even if there are players in it, the anomaly will be removed after 15 minutes. You will now be notified whenever you are removed from a corporation. Whenever a market order is fulfilled, the transaction price will stay the same as the order placed earlier. A fitting plan can now be applied to a Capsulia outpost. Added a train now shortcut to skill tips. Tap it to proceed to train in that skill. All Omega characters have up to 30 days of training queue now. Added a new animation to the skill interface. Added a new font to the game. Corporation search in both contract and recruitment will no longer be case sensitive. Added a reminder. A reminder was added whenever planetary materials are launched. Improve the resolution of Android devices in ultra high configuration. Whenever a capsule outpost is successfully anchored, now only the pilot who anchored it is allowed to enter. Okay, fix the activation cost of energy neutralizers. Okay, so this is basically the start of Sovereignty, and once again, they are punishing the smart players. Any player who knew that things weren't worthy in nullsec and moved to highsec is now being punished once again. It has been a constant flow of the way that NetEase has been pushing things. They always are against the player by the looks of it. It looks like they really want to push to see how fast they can kill the game. I think they're trying to go for a record. I think we are actually slowing them down on their record. So I think that they're trying to ask more people to actually give them that boot. So basically, for you to quit the game. I don't know if that's their end goal, to be the most deserted game ever created. But it looks like they're heading that way by the looks of it. They introducing minimal benefits. They're introducing negatives. They're punishing you for their mistakes. It's too much of a negative. They actually did this here for one reason. I can guarantee you, those 30 million missions are going to be 25 million, and they're missing one wave. They're not missing the final wave. They're missing one of the in between waves. So it's not like you're going to be a minus 15 or the big difficult wave. It's going to be one middle-sized wave gone, and you're going to get a reduction of 5 million to the 30 mil. To the 1.5, it's going to be 1 mil if I am correct. Wait, you know what? Let me just jump straight into the game and check it out. Now this is a pre-launched patch, so let's just have a look at it. I'm going to open my mission page, and I guarantee you this is what's going to happen. They've done this here. Whether it's accidentally or intentionally, they've upped the level of difficulty of the pirates. They've reduced the efficiency of our weapons. That there I have also noticed. Skills. Seriously, this is something else which really irritates me. So let's have a look at it. Now, Obviously, I am really upset about what they did. They interfered with the core baseline of the game. When that ISK starts to dry up, now let me just give it to you in a fair comparison. Someone was saying they made 7 billion off a dead space, while the theoretical value of the dead space of all the elite loot that you can pick up, the value of what is from dead space, when I worked it out as the maximum with two large ships, with the total of 4 drops coming off all of the large ships, I only came up to, sorry, it's not even 4 large ships. I calculated higher. Sorry, I calculated the large ships to give almost 2 billion at value at their maximums. Now that's if they're giving maximum. If they're not giving maximum, well, the values will be lower. Then I calculated the other ships, their gear, their maximums, and I came up to the figure closer to around 250 million for the higher end, because I don't know of anything in those missions that's much higher. So now let's see how bad they punished us. Okay, 1.5 million is still the same. 7.5. Okay, there we go. Actually, this is only going to take effect tomorrow. So yeah. So basically, they boning us again when it comes to this here. It's just a straight up smack to the face once again. They literally have no respect for their player base. It's like all they want is for you to spend more money in this game. And I guarantee you, when enough people say they've had enough and they jump off this game, that's the only time they're going to realize that they've made the mistake. So yeah, you know what? Let the quitting continue. When this game is deserted and they're trying to keep a game up for 5 or 6 players, they'll understand their problems at that point, and we'll give it to NetEase at that point. They finally learned their lesson after the game was dead, when they had everybody giving them feedback and input throughout the game. When they interfered with the wrong set of weapons, they lost millions of players. When they talked about touching the wrong weapon, they lost players. And that's the thing. You made the first mistake. You touched 60% of the game's staple. Right, there's it, major outlash. You lose couple 100,000 players. You know what? It's a big warning. That's what happens just touching it in the form of saying that it might be buffed or nerfed. Leave the buff and nerf alone. We'll go and interfere with something else. We'll introduce something new to the game to give it balance. No, we're going to interfere with them anyway. Then we're going to interfere with the money making scheme of the game and make it super difficult. Let's see how much more players we can lose at that rate. That's all that NetEase is doing recently. They just push it from one negative to the next negative, and I'm honestly sick and tired of them. What is the use in playing this game anymore? Like, I can jump on today, I can spend 6 hours running around and filtering out cash into it, and then the next day when I jump on, they're going to do something else which is going to ruin everything that I do. They're going to take my set plan and they're going to change it again, and they call that variation. Honestly, we need to give the devs a challenge. Let's give them a challenge to run a game without players. Let's see how they do it. Let's see how much they can make when they lose all their players, because we need to stop giving them what they want. Every time they see a problem, they're just hitting it at the player base, and the player base now needs to hit back at them, because you're giving us negatives. Where's the bonuses? You took us from billions, you reduced us to millions. Right, you don't want players to be rich in your game. Fine, bravo, go for it. The next thing that you did, oh, you know what? It's still not good enough. They're making hundreds of millions. They very proficient. They're very good. Let's go and tune up this little faction of this entire combat. Let's make it more difficult, so they need bigger ships. So they need to replace ships more often. Okay, right, done. Oh wait, no, now it's even worse. What have they given us to help secure their big mistakes? Nothing. There is no balance. It's just a one-way street. You gave us a good game to start with, and you made it worse and worse and worse. I literally cannot say that they have improved the game. This 50-man fleet isn't anything of an improvement. The 50-man fleet is just going to allow us to be bigger numbers when we're running around in fleets, and our meager corps who are wasted away with low numbers are now going to have to scrunch together to make 3 and 4 fleets at a time. So yeah, and that's all they managed to achieve. Honestly, I can't give a positive comment to NetEase anymore. This game is totally gone. my channel will not be covering this daily anymore. I'm gonna cover it every second day or maybe once a week. This game isn't worth it. I'm clearly off that mindset right now. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day.